Welcome to Dicecast. Today we are playing Mothership, and I'm very excited for. I've been watching Alien Earth, and that Alien movies are a huge inspiration for this RPG, so I'm excited. Mike said he's gonna be playing for me, and again, this is our first time playing this game. I've known about this game for a while. I've in the past I've went through their mechanics, and I've recently went back through them. I even did a course for the warden, is what the game calls their game master. It's for free, and it was very helpful to learn this game.
Sweet, dude. Heck yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Well, I'm excited to be back at Dicecast, back in our own states. Last couple episodes we were in person. Boring. Back to the normal stuff.
Yeah, dude. I see you have the Jenga set still in the background.
Oh yeah. Forgot to put that away.
Yeah. We played Dread while I was there. It was so much fun. So after you watch this video, go check that video out if you still have a hunger for some horror, which who doesn't, dude? I was thinking about it. I was like, we've done a lot of horror stories on this
because they're so
channel.
good, brother.
They're so good. So much fun, dude.
And I'm so excited because it's the first time in Dicecast history where we're doing a sci-fi story. And that's just a crime that we've gone, 12 episodes now, something like that, without doing a single sci-fi one. It's just kind of shocking. So
it is shocking.
It's sci-fi time, baby. Okay.
Mothership is a D100 roll under game, and it's similar to Call of Cthulhu. Oh my goodness, Call of Cthulhu, but it's a little more simple. You have 4 stats: strength, speed, intellect, and combat. There are no charisma-based stats because the interactions and roleplay are what happened between the player and the warden, which is me, or the game master. You also have a bunch of saves. You have sanity, fear, and body. You also have other things like health, wounds, and stress, which can decrease or increase depending on what happens. And you have a certain expertise. Mike will be able to explain more about his character as we go, but if you don't know how the game works at all, there'll be a video link below to a really helpful video that helped me relearn how to play this game. So I suggest checking that out.
If you like this content and you want to be a part of it in a deeper context, consider joining our Discord. It's free and it's fun, and you get to interact with other people who kind of like this stuff too, and you guys get to suggest NPCs, story beats, games we should play, all sorts of things, and interact with us, and we will communicate with you guys as well, which is pretty fun.
Let's go ahead and dive in. You ready, Mike?
I'm so ready.
You hear alarms going off and sparks are flying. You hear the creaking of metal as it vibrates going towards this planet at an uncontrollable speed. You hear the yelling of your 4 other crewmates. Sarah, the captain, she yells at you and says, "Freddy, get your head in the game. I need you to look at the oxygen tanks, make sure we're good to land. I don't know how long this is going to take."
I will look at the oxygen tanks. This is not a game, Captain, but I will do it.
Okay, sweet. You go ahead. I want you to go ahead and roll for fear.
For fear,
a fear
okay.
Save here.
Got it.
We're going to flashback to just days earlier. You're in a cold meeting room with the general of this spacecraft standing in front of a large window overlooking the void of space. Each of you are seated around this table. There's a man in a cowboy hat. There's a woman. There's a man that seems kind of shy to himself, and there's a big burly man all seated across the table. And then you. Can you tell me a little bit about your character, Mike?
Yes, so my name is Freddy. I am perfectly dressed in a space suit, not space suit, but a crew member's jumpsuit, pretty much, with my name tag. It says Freddy, and I have I'm like handsome in a way that's just not too much, not too little, just kind of normal looking.
Conveniently handsome. Yeah,
conveniently handsome. I look like mid-20s probably, and I'm an android, so I'm a robot. Clankers is what some people call us.
Yeah, getting a lot of slack nowadays.
Yeah.
You sitting across from you is Randy, wearing a cowboy hat, chewing on something like with his eyes squinted slightly towards you, looking across the table. The general, "I'd like to thank each of you for your steadfastness at such short notice." He presses a button, the window fades to black, and then a screen appears showing a planet. As you know, Planet Zio was the research site for Dr. Andrews' research team, and probably the new home for humanity. We're going to zoom in on Freddy's face as he's listening to this meeting. We're back in the ship. Tell me the results of that fear roll.
I rolled a 68.
Okay.
Which is a success because my fear is 86.
Despite you having these strange urges to have a response to the ship around you, you're able to keep yourself together and check the oxygen tanks. They're good to go. Freddy, report!
Oxygen tanks are intact, Captain.
We need to make sure that we have our landing gear somewhat... ma'am, landing gear is compromised! Dear God. Freddy, I need a scan of the geographical location where we're setting to land. Find me a good spot.
Yeah, I go to the computers and I kind of put my hands onto like these little hand crevice holes things where you kind of control it in a very weird, super futuristic sci-fi way. But my eyes kind of like scan, and like they kind of light up because I'm a robot, and I basically communicate with the computer as a whole. So I'm gonna make a computer intellect check, I believe.
Do it, yeah, absolutely.
A 9.
Oh, nice, dude. Easy peasy. Yeah, you're able to completely scan. That roll was mainly for you searching, not so much you communicating. Like, you'll be able to see no matter what. But you see that there's a body of water. I can let you choose. There's a body of water. There's like the side of a mountain. And there's a valley that looks like a bunch of dead, looks like a bunch of a grassy plain area.
Logically speaking, the grassy plains would be the most safe place to land. So we'll do that. Captain, I have found a place for landing.
Randy
So I have to go
turns
over
around
to-
and says, "Don't kill us, Clanker!"
I am not programmed to harm any human.
We can talk about robot ethics later. Right now, get us landing.
Robot ethics. Research. Later. Then I go over to the cockpit,
should
I
have
guess.
already
My
had that
form. Yeah.
I want you to go ahead and make a roll for speed. Don't tell me the result, and we're going to cut back to how the ship ends up. We're going to go back to the meeting room now.
Okay.
He flips to the slides. Approximately 6 hours ago, they sent out a distress signal, specifically code 227, a signal for a synchronized revolt of crew members. The signal was sent 8 times, and then the signal altogether was broken. The general puts both palms on the head of the table. Humanity needs this research. This may be our only shot, your family's only shot, of having a future worth living. Your mission, and you must not fail, is to stabilize that research base and report back your findings.
Is there a roll I can make or a way I can determine how messed up our world is? If I can determine how desperate these, they are. Like, what do I know about Earth and current human civilizations?
I guess you know everything about Earth.
Can I suggest
and
something?
this-
Can I help world build?
Yeah, do it.
2725 is the year. The atmosphere is so thick. The sky is a dark, burnt orange during the day. Anytime you're outside, you have to wear a mask, or else you will die within minutes. There's no crops. There's no animals, no livestock. Everything is... all the supplies for food are genetically created in labs, but the resources are limited. Most of humanity has left Earth and live in ships orbiting the planet, or on the moon, or different bases in different asteroids. This is humanity's last hope. How's that one for you? How's that one for you, guy?
Thanks for cooking that up, my guy. Heck yeah,
problem.
appreciate that.
Shall I envision it?
We're going to cut to the ship that is crashed into this field. You can hear the engine start to die down. And then all of a sudden, the door swings open. And Randy, coughing, emerges from it. Damn! Man, I thought you could fly, man. What was that?
The ship was already compromised, sir. I ensured the safest landing possible for the Progress 4.
Sarah walks out and is like, he's right. The ship was doomed for me to begin with anyway. Thank you, Freddy, for having us survive.
I am programmed to do so.
Bobby, the medic, is going around to everyone and checking their vitals and everything like that, making sure. He starts to grab Randy. Randy, gets him off like, don't touch me right now. Martin, the big burly man, comes up. He says, I think you did fine job.
Thank you, but compliments mean nothing to me as an android.
Ha! Not a chatty one here. Much better than the last android we had on our ship. That's enough. We have to focus. We have an objective. Randy, give me analysis on the distance from here to the research center. He says, all right. Puts down a computer and stuff, and he hooks it into like a pack that's on his chest that powers it. He does some clicking around. You can see the rotation of some antennas happening. Approximately 2 days hike from here, over the mountain ridge over there. All right. Well,
are there any harmed people on the ship? Anybody die? Any fatalities? Anything? Any casualties at all? Okay.
No, you were able to land it really well.
Sweet.
I was like open to people dying, but you did well on landing it. So
I go over to the captain and I say, Captain, I believe it would make most sense for me to travel to the location because I cannot hunger and I do not get tired. That would be the most efficient.
I appreciate your suggestion, Freddy, but this is why we're here. Getting to the planet was the easy part. Besides, we don't know what kind of threats are out there. And Martin brings out, it is carrying like a big rifle and he charges it up. You can hear the charging up. He's like, you know nothing of killing. Pathetic.
Well, actually, I do. I've downloaded extensive military training modules.
Randy's like, yo, yeah, why'd you do all that?
No, I didn't do that. It was a protocol for this mission. We had to be prepared.
Protocol for this mission. Sarah's like, all right, that's enough. Let's pack up what we can. Let's get a move on. Before we continue, I'd like to know what you were doing before. Like,
before I left.
What was your character? Yeah, like, tell me a little bit, like, a important memory that you have.
I think that my android was built to go on missions like this. I was on a previous mission of this vessel that was going to a asteroid mining belt. And I think that there was a lot of casualties because I think the previous captain was very reckless. And I think Freddy witnessed a lot of casualties.
Okay.
Yeah.
He witnessed those casualties, and he's programmed to not react to any of them.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, not have any kind of empathy or anything like that.
I will say that Freddy's android body was damaged and had to be repaired. And now he's been repurposed for this mission. To save money.
Well, I can't wait to hear more about that. You guys are going to be trudging through the woods, this forest, with these... You can hear the calls of animals. It's very active, clearly. And as you guys are looking around and walking through, Randy is like, my God. This place is spitting an image of Earth. Martin says, it'll make a fine home.
Can I roll to see if I can tell any differences or whatever?
Oh, you just can.
Okay.
The trees are like swirling into each other as if it's like tendrils kind of swirling up. It makes what looks to be like what trees are. It has like these leaves that are like noticeably like spiky and firm at the top. You can hear like what sounds kind of like a combination of like a monkey and a bird, like hundreds of them throughout, and they're like there's movement amongst. And one thing you notice is as you walk, the plants kind of suck into the ground a little bit to avoid, like the second you touch or like it feels you near, like touching the ground near it, it kind of.
Oh, it's kind of like Avatar. I got you.
Yeah, kind of like Avatar, or like kind of like Brandon Sanderson's books, the plants react as well, but that's what they're doing. Bobby, a scrawny, pale medic, is like looking at one of them touching like a flower, and he'll be like, "Now that is amazing." He's writing down stuff.
I say, I would be careful with those gentlemen. Seems to be a flight response to possible predators. We must be on the lookout.
Well, I don't think anything's going to happen from a plant, Freddy. All due respect.
I don't believe that plants are the issue. I believe what the plants are hiding from might be the issue to worry about.
Paranoid robot. Our research team has lived here for months now.
Paranoia is not a part of my programming.
Sarah says, quiet down. He said,
How annoying would it be to have a freaking robot like that?
yeah. Actually, no.
I'm actually a robot.
Technically, that's not how it works.
Dude, if a robot sounded like that. Pardon me, but technically
I'm sure it would.
speaking, I'll just
Technically,
snip its wires, dude, with a pair of scissors.
I'd cut its brake pads, dude.
Yeah.
Wait.
I'd fill it up
No,
with
dude.
diesel instead of regular gasoline.
Oh yeah, dude, that really screwed up, man.
Ruin the tank of that thing.
Ruin him. As you guys are talking, Sarah cuts in and says, Bobby, get up. There's nothing you could write down that the research team hasn't already documented. Bubba's like, oh, well, all right. I'm sorry, Captain. You guys come across, you're walking, but Bobby stops and notices that one of the plants is not moving. And he touches it.
One of the plants is what?
Is not moving. He touches a plant. He's like poking as he walks, and one of them doesn't move. And he stops. He looks back. It's a bright yellow plant with, I don't even know what you call those freaking things in plants. Not antennas, but you know.
Like tendrils, kind of?
No, kind of, sure. It's a bright yellow plant with several layers, and he touches it again, and instead of going in, it kind of like rotates and opens up more. He goes, beautiful. This one's not reacting at all. Sarah's like, Bobby, what did I literally just say?
Can I make an intellect roll to see what I can determine from it?
Yeah.
I failed.
You don't know. But you're probably scanning it and documenting what you know about it. It's non-reactive to the human touch. And then you pick up an aroma smell. And you're able to identify it as sweet, just because you're programmed to understand what those things mean. Bobby smells it. He's like, ooh. Something. Huh. And he tries to, like, pick it up, pull it out of the ground for a second.
I would not do that.
I just feel like we should take this back with us. They probably need to research it or
We
or
need
something.
to research before we tamper with it. It's distributing a sweet aroma. Could be some sort of lure. Similar to a Venus flytrap.
Bobby hears you say this, and since there's no charisma roll, but what you're saying makes sense to him. He's like, he lets go suddenly and says, You're right. You're right, Freddy. Sorry about that. I'm glad you're here. I'm sorry that Rady gives such a hard time.
I feel like I should make a
He just
roll
heard-
for if I feel or something from that.
Yeah, absolutely.
What would that be? Intelligence, maybe? And if I
Oh,
fail
tell
the
you what.
intelligence roll?
Go ahead and make an instinctual fear check for me.
I like that. I succeeded. I have
You succeed?
insanely good fear, so it's like...
Okay, great.
Because
You
being
feel
a
this
robot.
passing. It's like quickly you see flashings of that tragedy happening, and then you're able to shake it off pretty quickly.
Well, I'll say that I don't feel any fear, but I do remember one character, one person, a female character was very kind to me for some reason, while the other humans were not, and I watched her burn alive right in front of my eyes, and for the first time I feel this sadness, this feeling of loss. And then I kind of zoom back to reality, and I'm like...
Bobby's like, Freddy?
I'm running diagnostics on my own brain, basically.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what the
Trying to
heck is
figure-
going on.
You alright?
I apologize. I was running a diagnostics. There must be an issue. As soon as possible,
Okay,
I need
well-
to head back to the ship.
Sarah's like, we're not heading back to the ship until we meet this research team. Raina's
Yes,
like,
yes,
yep,
ma'am.
that thing ain't flying anytime soon. You guys are trudging through the woods, by the way, while you guys are talking.
Okay.
That's your first day of traveling. You guys make camp, start a fire even. Weird animals constantly moving about throughout the night. And you guys, at this point, I would say this is when you would heal all your stress. But actually, you've been doing really good so far. You have not received any stress. So,
Okay.
as you guys are sitting there, the humans are laughing, telling them, being like, oh man, I can't wait to tell this story one day. And like, oh man, this planet is crazy. And what are you doing right now?
I think is it middle of the night right now or no?
Yeah, it's like evening, about to be night.
Okay. I want to stand up from the fireplace and kind of go off, not too far, but out into the woods for a second. And I'm going to look up at the sky. And use my astral star map, basically. My downloaded astronomy map with my eyes and zoom in and see if I can look at the asteroid belt of where my last mission was.
Oh, shoot. Dang, dude. You're so freaking creative. Yeah. I would say you're able to do... Yeah, you're able to do that. Heck yeah. What do you see? What is it? What happens when you look at this?
I find it and I zoom in and I just see rocks and rocks that were breaking off. And then the memory of the ship basically exploding, imploding on, and there's fire. Damaging some of the ore, some of the rocks, and obviously most of the crew, if not all of it. Actually, no, I think every member of the crew died because I probably floated out in space for a minute. And that's how I survived, because I'm an android.
You're able to set out a distress signal from you floating around in space,
Yeah,
and able
exactly.
to pick you up real quick. What happened after you were picked up?
I think after I was picked up, the scientists kind of, computer engineers had to like rework and to try to repair me. Androids are very expensive, especially humanoid androids, and so they did their best to repair me. I think I was damaged not only from the fire and from the explosion, but also from space exposure. Obviously, I don't have to breathe, but I think the lack of oxygen probably like messed up my wiring and stuff. And unfiltered,
your synthetic blood and everything like that.
Yeah, exactly. Unfiltered sun exposure. So I had to rework a lot of things, and I think, and now I'm processing, and my diagnostics is finished in my brain, and it basically tells me that there's some wiring issues, some soldering issues that are literally pretty much unfixable. That's causing me to think and feel different ways. So I think I'd like to roll for fear right now.
Yeah.
I still succeed because my fear is insanely high.
Good.
So I don't feel afraid, but
I will say, how about you go ahead and you gained 1 stress from this night.
I gained a stress.
Thinking back about those moments, that tragedy, and these conflicting viewpoints of yourself and what you're capable of experiencing, and heck, even if you want to experience them, is a scary thought and causes you some distress in this moment.
Yeah. I feel frustrated that I'm the one android that has to feel. And then I realize that I'm feeling frustrated. I've never felt that before.
Do you do anything right now to express those emotions, or you stand there?
I think I just stand there thinking, pondering. None of them are quite extreme enough yet. But I walk back to the fireplace and I kind of sit down.
Group kind of is just continuing to laugh and joke around before they do their nightly watching. Freddy noticed you sitting down, and he's looking at you through the flames.
Who?
He's a mechanic, so he's gonna make a roll
Wait, who?
real quick. Oh, sorry. Randy.
Oh, Randy. Okay, I'll say.
There's too many names that end with E. There's Bobby,
true.
Freddy, and Randy.
Yes.
As you sit down, everyone's joking around and having a good time eating some of their ration food that they've prepared. Randy is chewing on something inside his mouth and staring through the flames at you. And he just made a roll to see if he can determine something using his mechanic knowledge. And I think he might know something now. But he just looks at you, squints his eyes, and we're going to cut to the next morning.
I like that.
As you guys are... Dang it, this is freaking good, dude. You're doing so good.
Thanks, bro.
So sick. When I saw you were an android at first, I was like, I wonder how that's gonna... But I think it's gonna be sick.
I think so.
Question. Androids don't necessarily need to sleep, but did you shut down for him at all?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think they need to. I can kind of like be on like rest mode, quote unquote, where I'm still processing. But it's like, I think I would like lay down and like preserve all the energy and everything except for my consciousness, pretty much. So my conscious is awake and I can see and look around, and hear.
Gotcha.
But
okay, well then,
case,
in that case, in the middle of the night, you notice that there is you're on rest mode. You're sitting there, or standing even. The fire is dead. The night is cold, and you notice that Bobby is moving around a lot in his nightsack, and he eventually sits up, and he starts moving his arms like this, up in the air, around, in unpredictable ways. he starts moving his head around and stuff like that. Then he looks over and looks at you for a second. And then you notice all the sounds of the forest stop briefly. And then he continues to move his head, and it continues, and then he lays back down and goes back to sleep. Unless there's anything you want to do, we can go ahead and cut to the morning.
No, I just think I recorded that. I mean, everything's been recorded, but I want to keep in mind I can share that recording.
The next morning, you guys are back on your hike. This time going through what looks to be like a giant canyon thing made of some strange rock that's slick. You guys are walking through. Randy's in the front with his computer up, following a certain point on this map.
What's the captain doing?
The captain is walking right behind Randy, making sure everything's good, like with her eyes looking around everywhere.
I want to go to the captain at some point and talk to her whenever I get a chance.
Yeah, you sure can.
And say, Captain, may I speak with you in private, please?
Freddy, we are currently walking. I don't know how private we could be. Just, what is it?
Last night I saw something concerning. I'd like to share the video file with you.
What was it like an animal? What was it?
It's hard to explain, but Bobby seemed to be under duress.
Just, can you show me what next time we stop? I really don't have time to stop and watch a video right now. We have to make it to this research bay.
Alright, but it is very important.
So you guys are gonna go, and suddenly you feel the ground start to shake and start to lift a little bit. Go ahead and make a body save for me.
Okay. Failure. Barely.
As it shakes and as it suddenly rises, a bunch of rocks are falling and rolling across the ground, and you feel yourself slip and start to slowly slide down the direction which you guys were walking, along with a couple of the others, except for the captain and Martin, who are able to grab hold. Everyone else kind of slides. You say, grab hold of the canyon! Make a speed or strength roll, whatever one higher, to catch part of the rock set so that you can stop yourself from falling.
I rolled a 42, my speed is 35.
Okay, gotcha. Well, someone else is going to roll for you then. Okay, as you're falling, you suddenly feel like you try to grab on some rocks, it breaks. It wasn't a secure enough rock. You keep falling, you know that you're probably going to receive some damage here. But then you feel a hand grab you by the jacket, the back of the jacket. And you feel that it is Martin.
Who's Martin again?
Oh, he's this guy. He's the
Martin's
man with the guns. He does the guns. You feel a big hand grab the back of your jacket. Part of you hits the back of the cavern. And go ahead and give yourself another stress because you failed that one roll.
Why does my stress keep automatically going up? It's because of
Every
failed
time you
rolls?
fail a roll.
Oh, shoot.
So if you make a panic roll, you have to roll a d20 over that amount, or else you panic.
Oh.
Pretty sick mechanic, I think. It starts at 2 normally. Like,
Yes.
2 is like where it normally is. So now you should be at 4, I think.
Oh, okay, 4. Because I don't think I had very many failed rolls.
Martin grabs you and says, "Hold on, Mr. Tin Man. It's not time for you to die yet." And you guys hold on. And the surface where you guys were walking on, it gets higher and higher and higher. Then it stops. And it goes back down. The rocks are beneath you, almost stretching. And they go back to its regular, how it was before. Your captain yells out, "Quickly!" Everyone gets up and starts running. There's a grassy plain at the end of this cavern.
Nice. Do I take any damage from that fall, by the way?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. But there's another chance y'all got. You guys are running as fast as you can. Go ahead and make a speed check for me. Personally, I don't know if you're going to make it or not, but we'll see. To see if you can make it before it starts to rise again.
Success. 17 out of 35.
You guys are running. You can feel the ledge getting higher and higher.
I'm doing
pretty
the Tom
soon.
Cruise run.
Yes. You feel the ledge getting higher and higher, and pretty soon you'll be if you jump off, it'll be like a damage dealing amount of distance onto that grassy field, but you guys are able to make it. The last person to jump is Bobby, who let's give him a save real quick. Bobby jumps last. He was kind of stumbling, and as he falls, you hear a crack, and he falls on the ground, holding his leg.
I go to Bobby.
Randy says, "Just our luck. The medic gets hurt." Sarah's like, "Do a diagnostic check on him."
Yes, Captain. And I go and I scan, retinal scan.
Heck yeah. Your retinal scan, you see that he has broken part of his leg, or let's say part of his foot. He's broken part of his foot.
His foot is unwalkable. The damage is too great to be healed too quickly. We don't have any equipment here on the ship, perhaps. But standard health-wise, it'll have to be rebroken and replaced.
Sarah stands up and says, "Freddy?
Yes.
I will not have you keep bringing up going back to the ship. This is a mission that we cannot fail. We have to bandage him up here."
I feel a sudden sense of frustration at not being heard. And I speak out to the captain. I say, "Captain, with all due respect, if you want this mission to succeed, we must be intelligent about it."
Randy stands up and says, "Son, are you trying to disobey a direct order from your captain?"
I turn towards Randy and I say, "Orders. I take orders because I'm programmed to do so."
"Yeah, and you're programmed to jump off a cliff if I tell you so you better not let me entertain that."
I step towards him closer and I say, "I'm not programmed to take orders from you, only the assigned captain from the crew. I'm also programmed to make the best decisions for my crew, which can override orders. Do you understand? Am I speaking at a low enough level for you?"
He sees you step forward. He just failed a fear roll, so he's freaked
Bro,
out
if
by that. He's like,
robots did that to me, I'd be so scared.
"Yeah, holy crap!" He just failed that fear roll. He's gonna stagger back. Sarah's gonna get between you two and just be like, "Gentlemen, we're wasting time. We need to complete the mission."
Yes,
He looks
Captain.
over at he looks at Randy and says, "Get yourself together. He's a machine." Yes, he is.
I say, "Captain, the break on this foot is multiple fractures. After we reset it, the healing process naturally would take 6 to 12 weeks.
Bobby is groaning in pain, but he's like, "He's right." She pulls something out of Bobby's bag. It's a makeshift crutch that can fold out. And as she's pulling this out, Martin's eyes widen. He says, "Wait, you expect him to crutch the whole rest of the way? We still got a half day's walk to go." And Sarah's like, "We don't have a choice. We're not leaving him behind, and we're not going back."
Before, let me tend to this wound. Let me reset the bones in place. I think I can do that correctly. I have X-ray vision. And also, let's wrap it, and then we can crutch him. I will help carry Bobby the rest of the way."
"Yes, do that."
Okay. What kind of roll should I do for that? Intellect or?
Let me see. Do you have any skills in medical stuff or anything like that?
No. I have computers, linguistics, mathematics, military training, and zero gravity. I mean, I probably have just basics, standard of every android. I think yeah. But I probably can make an intellect roll.
Yeah, let's make an intellect roll, and I'll give you advantage because Bobby looks up at you and says, "Hey, you're gonna want to push in with your thumbs like this. It's an internal fracture."
Thank you,
He's kind
Bobby.
of giving you pointers.
Yeah.
He braces himself with breathing, and he bites down on a piece of cloth that he has.
Okay, I got a 60 with advantage. And 60 is my intellect. So, is it meet? How's that work?
If it meets it, it beats it in a good sense. So
okay, good. I I grab his foot and I look with my X-ray vision, see where the fractures are, kind of really quickly break it, set it, and then wrap it with a fabric. Hand him the crutch that extends, and I put his other arm around my shoulder.
That's great.
I'm assuming he probably has some painkillers. If he's the medic, I'm assuming he's got something like that he can probably take.
Yeah. He injects something in his leg that's like an adrenaline shot, basically, that allows him to really quickly at least nullify the pain for now.
That's
So it's okay.
Dude, how cool is it that freaking the medic gets injured? Can we kind of write down all the roles of every crew member? So Bobby's a medic. Sarah's the captain.
Mhm.
Who else we got? We got Randy is a mercenary.
Randy's the mechanic.
Oh, he's
and
the
Martin,
mechanic.
yeah, and Martin is the artillery expert, I guess you could say,
The
or
merc.
soldier.
All right.
Okay, so that strange canyon that was growing, it continues to lift up, and then after like 2 minutes, go back down. It's very strange. But you guys are able to continue forward.
Hmm.
Thank you, Freddy. I'm sorry, I'm such a klutz.
It's all right. You're not the only one who slipped.
Yeah, I guess so. Ironic though, I guess.
Yes.
But you did a good job setting it.
I appreciate it. Ironic. Medic. Getting injured.
Yeah, sorry, it's stupid. It's just humor. So it's a human thing.
I understand.
Really? Oh well, you must have some new update or something, because most don't.
I have basic
At least out
data
of that,
database of every file of human history and study. Although
Yeah,
I have
just
enhanced
a basic file.
studies of mathematics and linguistics, military training, and zero gravity.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I may understand humor, even if I do not laugh.
dang, that's pretty cold.
I am told that humans appreciate when humor is recognized, when their jokes, quote unquote, land.
Yeah, we don't mind that. It's kind of the point.
Interesting. Would you
Yeah.
like if I were to laugh?
It'd probably be pretty uncanny if you laughed, actually. Come to think about it. Give me your best laugh. I don't know.
Okay. How's that for you?
Well, I don't know. It's kind of disingenuous. I'd rather you just maybe stood and stared.
That I can do. I stared at him.
That's perfect.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You guys have been walking for more hours. Randy's like, all right, it's just up ahead. Closes his laptop, puts it back in his backpack. Sarah's like, all right. So, it's code 227, which means there has been a revolt of some kind. And I don't know what that means, but we're going to neutralize whatever threat that's causing them to stop their research.
Where
Okay?
are we exactly? What did we approach to?
Oh, you're approaching the research facility.
Okay. It's already been here by Dr. Andrews.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
You guys look over, and you can see that there is a large metal, circular structure, and a bunch of like areas where they're planting certain plants. You can see where there's like certain cages where like different animal specimens are being looked at, and you can see that there is a giant open door and a bunch of vehicles that have crashed. One of them has crashed directly into the side. You can see that there's people that are dead that are inside of the vehicle. You can see that like all the plants and stuff have been destroyed. It's kind of a mess. Martin's like, what's happened here?
It appears to be some sort of distress that happened. Conflict of some sort. Casualties.
Sarah's like, but what was the conflict over?
Captain, I believe now is the best time for me to show you the video I was referring to before. I believe it might be threatening to the crew.
All right, pull it up.
Can I just explain the logistics how this works? I think it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
I say we get like she gets like a little monitor screen and like a wire that just kind of connects to like my arm, a little slit on the inside of my wrist kind of opens up, and I plug it in there, and it kind of downloads the file to the monitor, and she gets to watch it basically. And it's basically my vision recording what happened of the night when Bobby was like doing the crazy weird stuff with his heads.
Right, yeah. So she's watching this and being like, what am I supposed to make of this?
Does this not seem strange to you?
To stretch in the middle of your night? Not really. I mean,
Captain, I may be an
Is
android
Bobby-
and not super familiar with stretching, but this does not seem like a human stretch situation here. The sounds of the forest were silent when he looked at me.
She gets to that part and sees that she looks at you, and then the sound cuts out.
And also, the rock formations earlier in the canyon seemed to stretch or grow.
She closes it and be like, yep, we have tornadoes and hurricanes on Earth too. Look, I think you're being a little too paranoid. What am I even saying? You can't be paranoid. Look, there's nothing here that the scientists haven't already discovered and have explanations for.
Captain, I stop her, and I, lean in. If I may be so bold, I hope I'm not overstepping my boundaries, but could it perhaps be that your desperation for finding a new world is overshadowing your concern and logic?
She is going to gain a stress from that. Because you are calling her out. She kind of closes it and puts the iPad back, or puts the monitor, shows it into your chest and says, load up the things and get ready to board the research center.
Yes, ma'am.
And you guys are getting ready to enter. So,
okay. I have my gun on my side, right? I can kind of get that ready.
Absolutely, yeah. And also, Randy has a sensor. He's been trying to communicate to their he's trying to communicate to the base to let them know that they're coming, but he's not getting anything. Martin is loading up all the guns, prepared to mow down any rebels that decide to attack them for some reason. Right now, Bobby is standing on the edge.
His crutch, right?
Yeah. Bobby is crushed up, and he's looking at the research center. He's really focused on something that's going on there.
Bobby, what is it that you see?
You walk over to his face, and you see that, and now that you can see his face, you see that his eyes are wide and his mouth is going really quickly, mouthing words.
Bobby, I say a little louder.
He looks at you, and he says, his arms, he drops his crutch and his arms are moving.
I say, Captain.
Captain looks up and slowly stands up, being like, Bobby, control yourself. All of a sudden, I'm gonna make a roll for Bobby real quick. Bobby looks over at the captain and then starts to dead sprint, drops the crutch and dead sprint towards the research center. Freddy, get him.
I'm going to just run towards him with my gun on my holster, sprint at him, Terminator style. And I'm going to try to slide, do a baseball slide, and kind of grab him by his legs. I'm trying not to damage his broken foot anymore.
Okay, great. Go ahead and roll for speed for me.
Good lord. Yeah, it's a fail.
All right, go ahead and get yourself a point of stress on there. And as you're running, for some reason, although his foot is broken, you know that for a fact, he is sprinting as much as he can. He runs straight into the darkness and disappears into the research center. And you stop at the doorway, not able to catch him.
I pull up my gun. And I say, Captain, we must be ready. I'm not sure if Bobby will survive this. The statistics are not adding up very well in his favor.
The captain and the others finally have caught up to you guys, and you tell that to her. They're carrying the supplies. They're out of breath because they don't have stamina like you. Or like Bobby, apparently.
I kind of put my fingers to my left temple, and I press a button, and then my eyes light up into a flashlight.
Cool.
Illuminating the room.
I don't see why not. You're illuminating the room, and you're walking inside. This is a strange eeriness to this place. You can see that in one room there's a bunch of staticky computers, and there's a bunch of people that look like they've been shot to death that are in the chairs. I'm gonna go ahead. Some people are totally fine with this. I think everyone in the crew is probably okay with this, except for maybe Randy.
Okay.
So
I can roll a fear. I can roll a fear roll if you want.
Well, tell you what. Let's do a panic roll real quick. Roll a
Oh.
d20 and try to get over the amount of stress you have right now.
Try to get over the amount of stress I have.
Yeah, how much stress do you have now?
I have 5.
5, okay. Well, let's see.
I rolled a 4.
No way.
Yep.
Oh, okay, so now I want you to roll... Do you have d10s?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to roll 2 d10s plus your stress. And you tell me the result.
Okay, I got all zeros, so that's a 10, right? 10.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so 25.
You are officially broken.
What?
And there is a practical thing that we can do here, but I want you to go ahead and just run with what you think that means for your character. What does it mean for you to be broken in an emotional sense?
I love that. Okay. If I'm broken, I think I see all these dead bodies and all of a sudden the flashbacks come back in my last mission of people dying and everything, mixed with the data that I've gathered from this planet and the danger of this and the soldering and wiring that was damaged that's irreparable whenever I was damaged. All that is kind of short-circuiting, I think, something in my brain. And I kind of like just start to clench up a little bit and I fall to my knees and hold my chest. And
Freddy. And her voice is kind of trailing off as if you're kind of losing, you're disassociating a little bit. And you can continue with your thought.
And I'm like, Captain, I'm malfunctioning. I need repairs. I'm rerouting power from different areas. Power from legs, muscles. Reconverting to brain capacity.
Randy groans as like, oh my god, we don't have time for this. Let's put him down. I told you already, this man, something's wrong with this thing. Sarah's like, we need him to fly a ship out of here. She's gonna bend down and like look at you and be like, Freddy, I need you to run diagnostics. Tell us exactly how we can fix you right now.
Diagnostics underway. Currently distributing power from different parts of body and brain.
What's rushing through your head right now?
I think the visual memories of my friend being burned alive is kind of looping
What's
in my
the
brain.
best memory you had with that friend?
Best memory I had of that friend was probably we were in our spacesuits, and we were on the outside of the ship doing repair work. And she like taps my shoulder, and she's like, "Look." And I turn around and I see this beautiful nebula of just purple and pink swirls, just beautiful colors. And she's like, "Can androids understand how beautiful that is?" And I think I stop and I look and I say, "Yes, I think I do."
Yeah. And then it cuts right back, her smiling face and then her screaming face as she's engulfed in the flames, and you're staring in horror with parts of your body dismembered, unable to move or help her.
Yeah, that's really what it is my paralyzed, like literally, like I couldn't help, and that's what is the most traumatizing. Yeah.
We cut back and Randy has just rewired something in the back of your head. It's the best I can do right now. Sarah's like, Freddy, are you alright?
I apologize, Captain, and my computer was malfunctioning.
They're all looking at each other. You sounded like you were crying.
Huh. I'm not programmed to do that. I don't even have tears.
Just the sounds. And Randy's like, we're getting that robot checked out when we land.
Captain, I apologize, but I think the response of seeing these dead people brought back a memory from my last mission must have short-circuited something. And I apologize. It won't happen again.
They're kind of just bewildered, and they stand up and they're like, let's keep moving.
Yes. Grab my gun. Ready to go.
Awesome. What a cool scene, dude.
That
Holy
was sick.
freaking balls. Okay, so you guys continue down, and you start to see a lot of, like, strangely, like, vegetated area. There's a big open space where they were obviously trying to grow a bunch of plants, and there's a skylight letting the sun inside, and it is severely overgrown. Yeah, and you can look around. You see that there's a bunch of beautiful plants. Some of them, like, evade away from you as you step closer, as a lot of the plants did, but some of them don't. I want you to go ahead and try to notice something. Can you roll for intellect?
Yes, I can. Failure, 63.
Ooh, add yourself a little stress there, my friend.
Yep.
So you don't notice. You're not the first to notice, which makes sense because you're in the back. That's why I had you roll for it. But Martin says, "What is that wonderful smell?" Sarah's like, "What are you talking about?" Martin's looking at some of these flowers that are, like, moving kind of, like, almost towards his direction.
I pull out my gun and I shoot the flower. I think I realized what's going on here.
You don't even have to roll for that. The flower can't do anything about that, and you're an android. So yeah,
okay, I shoot it.
You scorch these flowers. Martin's like, what was that? You could have killed me. Randy puts a gun on the back of your head and says, like, "This droid is defective."
I am not defective, Randy. I simply saw that flower is distributing some sort of pollen or mist, some sort of gas that was affecting his brain.
Sarah is thinking back and remembering, and then she lowers the gun that Randy was holding up to his head, and you're like, I think you might be right. Pans over to Martin, who is desperately grasping at the plants, and be like, "No, oh no!" He's like trying to. They're like falling apart and dead, but he's trying desperately to collect as much of it as he can.
Martin, there's more plants. This one's dangerous.
You're right. He stands up and he cocks his gun and be like, let's go find Bobby. As you guys venture forth, and you can I don't think it'd take a genius.
My God. Sorry, my dog just destroyed my entire set.
She does that. She tends to do that.
Yeah, she's a little rascal like that.
She is a little rascal sometimes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so as you guys are going, you can hear what sounds to be whimpering sounds down into this hole, which is in the middle of this big planty area. You can tell that it's been broken through. Like, it wasn't there. It wasn't by design that this was here. Maybe by damage to the hull of, like, the room, or for some reason there's a hole that has been dug down into the earth. And in there you can hear, like, whimpering and, like, mumbling incoherent sounds and voices. Captain Sarah's like, "Bobby?" There's no response, but you can still hear the voices chittering.
Yeah, I want to listen for Bobby, or scan or use my night vision if I could possibly see something.
Okay, great. Go ahead and roll intellect. You have a linguistics skill, right?
Linguistics? Yes, I do.
Okay, well, add that too. Because I want you, because there's a chance you might be able to decipher what's going on, what that voice is saying.
I succeed.
Okay, great. It didn't make sense before, and I didn't have you add that before because it was just Bobby saying something. But his voice and other voices are chittering something, and you are able to discern the patterns and that it is a coherent language. There's more voices all speaking at once. And you're not quite able to discern exactly what they're saying, as if, like, you've never heard this language before.
Yeah, I need a reference. I need one word translated, then I can translate the entire alphabet, pretty much.
You can hear something behind you, and it sounds like Martin. Alongside with them. I'm going to add some sounds to reference to put in there.
Okay. Hang on a second. I'm always calling. Give me like 2 seconds.
It's okay. Yeah.
Hey.
Anyway.
You what? Okay, so what's happening now?
Yes, I'm sorry if also, guys, I was just doing the voices so I can add them in post, but Mike was on the phone with his wife just then. Did you hear me the whole time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, why didn't you mute me? So the whole time
That
I
was
was speaking
funny.
demonic languages in your ear.
You can isolate just your audio and use it. I think that'd be great.
Oh, that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's what I'm gonna do. But like,
Okay.
I just didn't want. I was like, you kept looking at me, so I was like, wait, can you hear me right now?
yeah.
At my wedding, actually, Michael's lovely wife, her danced so hard she dislocated her knee. Right?
True story.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wild. Which, to be fair, I've never danced that hard my entire life, so
She parties
mad
too hard.
respect. Parties too hard.
Just happens.
My name is Dante, and I party.
My name is Mike, and I like to party.
No, we can't both like to party. I never see you party a day in your life.
Okay. Interesting. All right. I guess I don't party.
I guess I don't party. Okay. Behind you hear Martin, like, clicking and saying words also. Like a fraction of a language also. And
Does everybody else hear that too?
Yeah. Sarah turns around. Says, Freddy?
Yes. You hear that too, don't you?
He's looking at you. You can see his eyes are like really bloodshot right now. He's gripping the gun really tight. Is there something you want to do right now?
I want to shoot him. I don't want it to be a lethal shot. I want it to be a shot where it's going to, like, shoot his hand, basically, with the gun.
Okay. Yeah, do that. Go ahead and roll for combat for me.
Alright.
Using your android analysis, you're able to determine, like, oh crap, this guy's dangerous right now.
And I could add military training to it, right?
Oh, yes, you can.
Let's go. Success.
Let's freaking go, dude. You shoot him in the arm. He has no reaction to this, but he's going to continue trying to attack. He's going to reach his hand out and grab Sarah by the neck and try to slam her on the ground.
Yikes.
She is going to roll. There is an initiative, so to speak, in this game. Let's go ahead and everyone roll for speed real quick.
I rolled exactly what my speed roll is, which is 35.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So I think what it's looking to be, again, the combat rules for Mothership are very loose, so we're treating it as such. So grabs Sarah by the neck, about to slam her down. Randy is petrified. He's actually going to stand there kind of frozen right now. But you have a moment to react right now.
I see it doesn't affect his... I shoot Martin in the shoulder and he doesn't get affected at all, right?
Right.
I'm going to shoot him in the face now. I think is the most logical next step.
All right, give me a combat roll.
Combat plus military training. Failure roll to 68.
In the chaos, your arm gets bumped. You're not able to shoot him. He is going to use a turn to slam Sarah, the back of her head, against the ground. Roll successfully. Is able to deal... We'll say he's a pretty strong guy. We'll say a d6. That many points of damage. She's desperately trying to do something to his face. Randy is going to roll for fear because he's already gained stress. Oh my gosh, are you serious? This is the most... Okay. Randy is going to run away.
Oh, coward. Freaking Randy.
Oh yeah.
All right.
He runs away. He panics. He's like, no, and runs off. Meanwhile, Sarah is like literally poking Martin's eye and like gouging part of it out.
Ooh,
and
gosh.
And Martin is not reacting at all. He is just continuing to choke her, saying the words. And now you have a turn now.
Okay. Does Martin have any explosives on him right now?
He does.
Okay. First, what I want to do, my first roll is I want to run and grab Sarah from his grasp if I can. Is it a strength roll or?
Yeah, that would be a strength roll, yeah.
Can I add something to it? Possibly military training or something like that?
Yeah, military training would make total sense. They teach jiu-jitsu in military.
And I got a failure again. I try to grab it and grab her and break free from his arm, but I can't.
Okay,
break
you
free
feel his
or neck
arm,
from his arm.
you feel part of his arm like snap a little bit as you're pulling with your android strength, but his arms are so, and he just does not react at all to that. And from your angle over his shoulder, you can see that Sarah's eyes are starting to roll in the back of her head, and she is starting to lose consciousness, with blood from Martin's eye kind of dribbling on her face and on her arm. And she's continuing to take damage here. I want you to take that other stress, and then I want you to do another action here.
I want to try to grab. Does he have like a machine gun on his back or some sort of like SMG, something like that?
Yeah, he has a rifle on his side. He dropped his he has a rifle that he dropped on the ground, and he has like pistols and stuff on his body as well.
I want to grab like an automatic rifle if I can, like an automatic weapon. And I want to put it to his lower back, right to where his spinal cord kind of is, because I know exactly where that is. And I just want to like pull the trigger and hold it down and shoot, just kind of, kind of going in there.
I'm gonna not even have you roll for that. I think that's such a. How could you miss, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, the gun is touching his back, basically.
So you're able to pinpoint exactly where this spot would be, and like this is like a surgically deadly shot, basically.
Yes, it's the spinal cord that would paralyze somebody for the rest of their life, basically.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
Androids are sick, dude, because you would definitely be able to do that, just because of what you know. You do that. His arms suddenly go limp, and he lands on top of Sarah. His head is still like saying the language. His one eye is kind of looking around.
Yeah, I move his arm and I grab Sarah and I kind of put her over my shoulder.
She goes,
and I like bolt out of there, and I turn around, and while I'm running out, I try to shoot one of the grenades that's on Martin. It's kind of near him if I can.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay, sweet. Go ahead. I'll tell you what. Yeah, you can do that. You can take several tries to do that. So I don't see a reason to roll for that. You know what I mean? Like, what's he gonna do? You do that, and you hear an explosion, and then, oh man, this is such a cool way to reveal this. Actually, now I think about it, the entire building starts to move around, and you hear this gurgle.
I knew it.
Oh, dude. Out, you hear screeches, and you see dozens of scientists start sprinting out of the hole that was newly exploded, and they start crawling over Martin's dead body. A lot of them are like missing limbs or like dragging themselves, but they're all running straight for you.
Wow. Is there a spaceship nearby? By any chance?
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
Okay. Like one from the base?
Oh, yeah. There's one like as part of the base.
What kind of ship is it?
Oh, it's a pretty. I mean, they have a standard like
small
if
carrier
there's
ship?
an emergency, leave. But for some reason, they weren't able to use it.
So I can try to use that one, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go into that ship and see if I can boot it up and.
Okay, great. Go ahead and
Get
make
the
a
heck
speed
out of
roll
there.
for me to see if you can outrun all these scientists.
Okay, let's do this. Come on, baby. Would that be any advantage at all? Probably not, because actually I'm carrying somebody on my back, so probably not.
No advantage on that.
Okay.
I will say no. I'm not gonna give you disadvantage either because you're a freaking android and you have like superhuman strength and stuff like that.
I rolled a 45. That's a fail.
Oh man, the place where you're about to run to kind of got cut off there. I'm gonna say your failure doesn't mean they all like pounce on you, but you're running out of options. You can hear noises also, like as if people were running also from the woods to the door. You can see people running from outside indoors. There's another hallway that you can go into.
Is that pretty much my only option, I guess?
That's one of your only options right here. You don't know where it leads because you weren't able to hook up to your databases of this base or anything. But
I'll go to the hallway then. Yeah.
You come across Randy, who is plugged in to a part of the wall and desperately typing on the computer. He hears you guys approaching. He pulls out his gun and points it, and he goes like, "Stay back! I know what you've been doing this whole time, Freddy.
I'm not your adversary right now.
Don't you talk to me! After what you did, what you done to Bobby, what you done to Martin."
Can I really tell if he's gonna shoot me? Is there like an intellect roll I can do?
You can deduce that he is horrified of you, and he's probably planning on shooting you right now.
Well, I'm thinking about survival and survival for me and my captain, so I'm just gonna pull out my gun and shoot him.
Okay, great. Let's go ahead and have a dual combat roll here.
All right, I
Oh,
have
frick,
military
dude.
training, so I'm gonna add that.
He's also going to roll for combat.
What's he roll?
He failed pretty bad by 50 points.
By 50 points. I rolled a 60 in my combat plus military training is 46. So I still failed, but it wasn't as bad.
You technically did better than him. And
Okay.
for the sake of not having this cycle repeat, I'm going to say you do shoot him, but it's not a lethal shot. You shoot him in the shoulder and he collapses on the ground. Oh, you shoot him in the shoulder and he collapses on the ground. Since it wasn't a full success or whatever, you know, I'm going to say, like, it's
Yeah,
enough to
it's
get
not a
him
lethal one.
from shooting you back. But you both shoot at the same time. He completely misses and you hit him in the shoulder. With your superhuman android, speed, you're able to...
Yeah, dexterity. When I had the captain on my
So
shoulder.
sick, dude. He collapses on the ground. God, no!
I go up and I like run through the computer and I try to open the door, I guess.
Okay, as an android, this is completely... You can make a roll for computer. I'd say not with advantage, but a straight roll with your computer skills.
Yep, that's a success, 35.
Let's go, dude.
And it's 70 out of, So yeah.
Let's go, dude. Okay, you're able to understand the layout of here. You know that the hallway that you're leading to leads to the doors are locked right now, but you, since you've infiltrated the system, able to unlock them if you'd like.
Okay.
But you're not able to, may not be able to relock them, at least not from here. But you know that it does lead to the ships.
Okay. So I kind of bolt out of there and I run towards the closest ship that's kind of relatively small, probably.
You're able to bolt out of there, run down the halls. You can see that these bodies they're very silent, like they're not screaming or anything. They're just speaking that language all together in unison. And you're recording this dialogue that they're speaking, a chorus of some ancient alien language. And you're able to make it to the ship. You close the door. They all like throw themselves against the wall, like against the door. You can see a small window where you can look back, and you see that one of them is Bobby. And he's like just trying to break the door. You can see him mouthing things. His eyes are bloodshot, and he's looking at you with so much rage. Can you go ahead and make a sanity check for me?
Okay. I have a 20 in sanity, so
Sanity save, I should say.
the chances of me failing are very high.
Hmm.
What if I add like linguistics to this roll? Because it lets me add linguistics to saves.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll show you.
There's something cool I could think
Like-
of. Oh, how about that?
I don't know if that's actually how you're supposed to do it, but like I click on it and
You
it's
say-
like I could add it.
Yeah, okay. Let's do it.
All right.
There's something cool that we could do here.
I rolled a 5.
What? Let's go, dude! You didn't even need all that! You didn't even need all that! Oh, I just punched
That's
my microphone.
crazy.
Dude, let's go, dude! That's
Let's
sick.
Go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Part of you is tempted to feel fear, but then you're able to use your linguistics to finally pinpoint what they're saying. There's no exact description, but it's basically repeating the phrase, like something along the lines of exterminate the virus. Exterminate the virus. As if
I see.
it has like a primal feeling to it.
Yeah, it's like an immune system on a body. Okay. Yeah, so I put I lay down Captain Sarah and I go in the cockpit of the ship and I take off.
You do that. You plug in, you take off. You can hear the groaning of the planet itself as you lift off. And you're able to fly back. Sarah looks at you and like grabs your hand as your pilot, or part of your arm as you're piloting the ship, and she says, Thank you, Freddy. I'm sorry.
It's only protocol, ma'am.
What are you doing now?
I think the future after... Oh, you know what? To make this way more interesting, I think.
Let's do it.
Because the ship is smaller, doesn't have hyperdrive, this is going to take months to get to the nearest space station.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a little bit of food and we're preserving it And I'm doing math calculations to see if I can make sure that Sarah will survive on this journey. We've been in space for a couple weeks now. We have several more weeks to go.
Do you want to make a roll or something to see? Or I can roll for her, like a body save to see if she would be able to survive?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, her body's not super high, so let's see. 64. Okay, yeah, she failed that. She'll be newly starved to death when you guys land.
She'll like have just starved to death as soon as we land? Okay. I'm gonna roll for intellect to see if I can help out any way to save her, pretty much any way to reallocate resources, anything I can do for fuel to help us go faster.
Yeah, absolutely.
You think I could add mathematics to that roll since I haven't added, used it once?
Yeah, do it, yeah.
Let's go. Success, 46 out of 70.
Nice. Okay.
I think I'm able to reallocate some fluids within the ship towards the engine to make us go faster, basically, to increase the velocity.
Yeah, okay, great. She's breathing. She has difficulty breathing, just trying to hang in there as long as she can. And you're able to increase the speed of this ship. There's a whole nother thing for ship mechanics. Oh, we ain't got time for that. We don't got time for that.
For a whole campaign, maybe.
A whole campaign, for sure. Which would be sick, by the way.
It would be.
But you're able...
Comment if you want a campaign of this.
Let us know, I guess? I don't know.
By the way.
And you're able to make it. The doors open. People come in, and they assess her, and you're like, she's alive. Quick. Bring in a stretcher. Or whatever. Bring in a space stretcher. They load her up.
Floaty ones from Empire Strikes Back.
Exactly, the floaty ones. Yes, exactly. Cuts to you, maybe watching from a hospital window, like through. You can see through the glass of them operating, putting fluids in her, making sure she's gonna survive. A doctor comes in and says, "It's gonna be all right." Goes to shake your hand, Freddy. Thank you.
Of course. I'm programmed to protect my captain and my crew.
The general has you awarded gives you an award, which is normally only for humans, but he thinks it's appropriate that even though you would technically be the first android, you fought tooth and nail, and they're able to check your programming and your diagnostics and everything like that, and they find out that, yeah, you were not reconstructed in the way that would put you back in the factory settings. The mechanic is like, we gotta get you all rewired up if we're gonna put you back to normal.
Wait. Don't.
Son, I'm sure you experience fear and sadness while you're down there. Surely you want to get rid of that.
Yes. Don't fix me.
Why?
I don't know. This is what I want.
All right. They put you back together. You are repairing a ship, a space station outside like you did with your best friend on a prior mission. You're able to look back out and see the beauty of the stars. And you yourself, this piece of metal and synthetic flesh, is able to experience appreciation and beauty of how the universe is. It's scary. It can be sad, but it's ultimately beautiful.
Nice.
And that is where we're going to end our Mothership adventure. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Mike, well done. First of all,
thanks, bro. Dude, you killed that. Very spooky, might I say.
It was pretty spooky, right? Holy crap.
That was fun.
If you guys are interested in Mothership, go show them some love. Buy their game. It's a lot of fun. You guys will see firsthand how much fun it is. Links are in the description. If you want to, guys, if you guys want to see more of this, make sure to let us know in the comments and check us out on Discord as well.
Peace.
Peace.